What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the Trent Alexander Arnold poster that I made a couple of weeks ago, well actually no, a couple of months ago now. So yeah, just want to get another poster video out for you guys. So we did a basketball one, we did a collage one, and we did a font video as well. So I hope you guys are enjoying the variety, just bringing you something different for a change instead of just poster videos, because it does get a bit boring. And all the support's been great, so thank you for all that. Today, not going to be too long a video. We haven't got too many things to go over. It's more just adding textures on and putting layers in the right position. So yeah, we'll get on with that now. And yeah, hit a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Okay guys, so first things first, we're going to need to make a new document. So for this, we're going to go for a new document, and we're just going to go 1080 by 1350 in pixels. This will be Instagram standard, so it'll be perfect if you want to post this on your Instagram afterwards. So we'll start there. And what we're going to do next is we are going to just get a pen tool, and we're just going to go down the corner here and draw a nice looking line like that. So what we're going to do with this, we're going to select a red color, and then we're just going to go up to here where it says shape and just click shape, and then we can draw a shape. Now if it's a little bit too small, make it a little bit bigger like that, and that should be perfect. Okay, so we've got all that done now. So the next thing we're going to do is basically bring some layers in and drop some lines in, so it'll make the background look a bit different. So if we go to our texture pack, which will be in the links below, you can download this and it'll have all the different assets you'll need. So first thing we're going to need is lines. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drag and drop this. What you're going to need to do is you are going to need to rotate this a little bit and just position it down here on the lines. And then we're going to go Command J and then Command T to control it. Move it up the page and just make sure we get it fairly similar like that. Now these are going to be behind Trent once I move the images in, as you'll see in a minute. And they'll look really good. So got that done. Next thing we're going to do is do some Trent text. So we're going to go here and we're just going to get our text tool, and we're just going to go Trent like that. Fairly simple. And we're just going to increase the size of this, and then we can move it into the middle of the page like that. Now we can make this like a black color, but first things first, we are just going to change it to overlay. So really you can move it, make sure it's below the lines as well. Really we're going to need to make sure that this is blended into the background. Okay guys, so first things first, before we do blend it into the background, we're just going to go into our textures down here, turn these on, get rid of the thank you for downloading, and just grab this abstract black grunge background, and then we're just going to put this, right, we're going to put this here so it's on top of the design, and make sure Trent is above it, and then we're going to change this to overlay. So now as you can see it like it's blended into the pattern. So what we're going to do is duplicate this, move it down, then duplicate it again, and move it down. And then what you'll see, we are going to have a smooth transition there. So we can group these together, name this Trent. Now that we've named this Trent, what we're going to do next is add in the imagery. So what we're going to do is go to here, to our textures. We can turn these off for now. Just get the Trent images, and we're just going to go get this big one, and we're going to move it in, just position it in here. So basically make sure that it's in the right place so we're not missing anything out. And what we're going to do is we are going to move these lines below as well. As you can see, they're coming out from the side there. That looks really nice. And the next thing to do is add this, change this to black and white. So if we go to a camera or filter, what we can do is just go to saturation and decrease that. And then as you can see here, we've been able to obviously get rid of the skin color. So what we need though, we need to make sure that we keep the color of his top. So we're going to paint all that back in. Once I get a full opacity brush, just paint all this back in. And as you can see, this looked really nice. So we got all that. Only thing we don't want is his skin tone. We'll make sure we keep that out of the design. So I'm just going to do this really quickly. Go over this really quickly. I can just go and touch all this up in a minute. But yeah, you don't want to see all this. So I'm just going to quickly do this. I'll speed it up and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so that's that image done. Next things we need to do is grab an ellipse, so we need to put it behind Trent here. So we're going to go down here, get our ellipse tool, and just going to make it a certain size, about that big. That looks good. And then what we can do is we can nab this blue color here and just change the circle to that color. That looks really nice right there. And then we're going to add some plastic texture to this. So if we go into our textures, so turn these images off, turn the textures back on, or actually no, it's in plastic. I've named it plastic just to make things easier. You can grab this. So we're going to go over here, grab this, and I'm just going to clip and mask it to that circle, so it's got a nice little effect on there. So we're going to be linear dodge add. This makes it all bright and vibrant, and then that's all you need to do for the circle. Next thing we need to do is add some more text in. So what we're going to do for this one, we're going to do match day down the right here. If I just zoom in, we can type match day. Now this needs to be in white preferably. So we're going to go Command T, rotate this, and we can move up here. We're just going to go down here. This is going to be set to overlay as well. Okay guys, so once you've got it grouped in the layer, all you need to do is just type match day, and then we're just going to change this whole thing to overlay so it's nice and bright along here. So that's all good to go. So we've got the match day. Next thing we need to do is go and get some paper textures. So paper texture is going to be down here, and this is going to be this one, Adobe Stock 2244. So we can drag and drop this one and just drag it on top. Now Command T this, and we just move it into place. So there's about good. We can just leave that there for now. And what we're going to do now is get another Trent image. So we're going to go Trent images, get this one where he's kicking the football, put that one probably around there. That's good. And then we turn these images off, go back to the poster design. Just going to make sure that this paper texture is covering the whole of the design, because I don't want any edges where it's not matching. Then what we're just going to do is a foot shadow. So you can just get a little brush here. Make sure you got a black color selected. And we're just going to go in here, just give him a nice little shadow where his feet are. Just, it doesn't need to be too serious, just something nice that just shows that he's standing there, obviously. And that should be enough for that. So we've got all that done. Now there's one more thing we're going to need to do, which is going to be changing this guy to black and white like we did the first one. So we go to filter, camera, filter. Oh no, I didn't want to select that one. I need this image. Also, the paper texture, move it below Trent's, the big Trent, just so it doesn't affect his hand, otherwise it'll look weird. So what we're going to do is select this smaller image, go to camera or filter, apply previous settings, and then he's black and white. And then same process again. We're just going to go in and paint back the areas that we need. So go to your layer mask here, start painting back in everything. Again, I'm just going to do this really quickly, just because it's just a tutorial. I don't want it to drag on too long for you guys, because it will just get boring. So quickly go over there, nice. And you can do his socks as well, and his boots. There we go, nice. Now that we've got that in there, we can just quickly go around his neck here. Okay, so that's all done. Or we could just do under here as well, just so we've got the shadow in as well. Here we go. Now you can zoom out. Now that's looking really good. So we've got Trent kicking the ball. We're going to need to get some text in here in a minute. So we're going to do an Arnold text. So let's just turn this Trent copy off here, just so we don't keep interfering with it. So I'm going to type Arnold, bring this here, make it quite big, and make it fit the middle of the page. There we go. What we're going to do is we're going to bring this so it's just below this Trent kicking the ball, like that. That's really nice right there. And then what we can do is duplicate this, so Command J, move this one above Trent, and then we're going to reduce the fill, and then add a stroke. So I want a white stroke. We're going to change this to like a 2 stroke, and then that looks really nice. It's got a nice little effect over him while he's kicking the ball. So we're going to do the exact same again with this, but we're going to do a 66 up here. So let's get 66, get that typed up here, make it nice and big. So about maybe a little bit smaller, so about there. And this one's going to have to go below the big Trent. So we go, oh, actually no, above him, but below this one. So what we can do now, actually no, we can move this one below, sorry, and then duplicate it, move this one above the Trent, and do the same again. So reduce the fill to 0, then add a stroke. So again, we've got that nice little effect going on. So that's all good. So we've got all the text done. We don't need to worry about that. Now we're going to add in some texture to the text. So if we go to our textures and get this grunge texture, then we can just drop it on top. So it's going to be exclusion, 70%, 73%, that'll do. And you can just go to the Arnold text and basically just clip and mask it to it. Same goes with the 66 copy. Just go and clip and mask it to it. So it just gives it that nice textured effect. So that works really nicely. Okay guys, now I'm going to get a black bit of a layer. So I'm going to just do a black corner up here, just so it matches the top of this one. Just go shape, We want to get a black one. Don't know why that keeps going white. I've got black selected. Nice little black texture. Change that to overlay. That's really good. Now, on the previous design, I had some blue not triangles, but like blue squares going along the side here. I didn't like them personally, so I'm going to leave them out for this design, but you can put them in if you want. Just go look at my Instagram. The design will be on there, so you can copy that. It's basically the same thing as this this circle here, just rectangles along the side here. So I'm going to leave that out for this. Now, lastly, we need to add these top 4 textures in here. So you can drag all of them, just drag all of them and drop them on top, and then we're just going to position them in the middle, like that. Let's make all of them as big as they can be, just so it covers the whole of the page, like that. Now, this one needs to be screen and 30% opacity. And then this one needs to be darker color. This one needs to be lighten, 50% opacity. And then this one needs to be multiply, 100% opacity. Don't need to worry about that one. But that's pretty much it. So we're going to do a camera raw filter now. So we've got all our texture in. We don't need to worry about that. We're going to do a camera raw filter. Then we're just going to go to filter, camera raw filter. And then we're just going to basically make this a warm image, increase the contrast and the highlights and the shadows. You can just, knock them off a little bit. Increase texture a lot, clarity a lot. Dehaze it a little bit, and then we can increase the saturation here, like so. We can go into the curves a little bit. Don't need to worry about that too much. Sharpening, definitely do some sharpening. Noise reduction, you can a little bit if you want. The only thing that I'm going to say about this is make sure that you add some grain as well, because that really will bring all the textures together, and a nice vignette in the corner so it darkens the area so you can see more of the texture. So all these things are really nice. You can bring the blue down a little bit and increase the red a little bit. But that's pretty much it, guys. So if I look at a before and after, you can see that the camera raw filter once again has done a really good job at getting these textures to come out. That is basically it, guys. We've made the Trent design. I've used lots of different textures in this one. It's quite an older video, an older design, so I did it a little bit of a different way compared to how it worked now. But hopefully you've learned something from this and enjoyed it. If you have, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next, and obviously leave a like if you have enjoyed. But for now, guys, that is going to be it. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.